meeting
Oh,
without the program. You can open a meeting through the browser. PW.
seems every time. Well, there was a browser extension. I don't know. I was on Skype with somebody for about 6 months, and she pissed me off to no end. So I'm not thinking straight. Um,
There is a YouTube stream running, but Zoom is not connected yet.
Hey,
I'm going
Ken.
to figure out a way to keep these two separate right here. Yes, Alex, go ahead.
I have something I have something I wanted to screen share on here before you put it on the live stream.
Go ahead. Right now, there's no intent to do that whatsoever, but because I got an idea. But go ahead, share your screen. You're good. Tim Hawkins, tech support, playing a guitar. Is he like going to play guitar and tell you how to fix your computer?
Mm-hmm. I gotta stop it. I don't think I hit the button to I don't think I hit the button to share sound.
Well, as we all know, one of us affectionately says, press the button, Alex. Could be a ringer over there with his hat on, looking. Is that for warmth, or is this the style, or what?
Keeps my head warm.
That's true.
We are Canadian. Buzz off. Take off, eh? Take off.
God did not give me that song. I know. But a lot of country musicians, they get judged a lot. I think a lot of country musicians get seen and are seen as people that don't really, aren't really that smart. And I don't think that's true. I think a lot of country musicians have technology in their lives. And I thought it was time to write a country song about technical difficulties. And I know you're ready for it. I can feel the energy. Country song about technical difficulties. And I think some of you can relate to this. So let me just hear. I was sitting staring at my monitor. My computer locked up once again. And I read all them manuals, cover to cover, racking my brains to find out what the problem was. And then I called the help desk number that they gave me. And the man said, I will help you troubleshoot. Yeah. Well, that gave me an idea. I hung up the phone. Then I grabbed my 12 gauge right off the wall. I'll do some problem solving on this thing once and for all. And I'll have no trouble shooting this computer. I don't need tech support to walk me through. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it. There's no need to reboot it. It's time to bust a cap in this CPU. Come on, runtime error, go ahead and make my day. If Bill Gates was standing here, I'd smack his forehead face. Well, if you think I've got an ounce of patience, I'm telling you, you better not hold your breath. 'Cause I'm gonna lock and load 'em, kill the mouse and then the modem. Give this thing the real blue screen of death. Some of you nerds get that. And I'll have no trouble shooting this computer. I don't need tech support to walk me through. Yes, I'm gonna shoot it. No need to reboot it. It's time to bust a cap in this piece of Microsoft Windows. It's time to bust a gap in this CPU.
That's pretty good.
Very good.
My U.S. history teacher introduced me to that guy because he wanted me to download one of his videos about the government to to the tune of Candyman from Willy Wonka to show in class one day. He's a Christian comedian. He has a lot of really good stuff, but that's my favorite one that he does.
You guys know anything about garage doors?
Yeah, they kind of close and open, and cars come out.
Okay, so my remote for my garage door is rapidly blinking. I'm going to Google it and see what I can come up with.
Oh, high-tech garage door.
You
High-tech garage door.
do what?
That's a high-tech garage door.
Oh, yeah, it's got the green light. Okay, if the green light is flashing rapidly, that means you have a stuck button on one of your remotes. Take the batteries out of each remote. Well, I already did that thinking the batteries were bad, and I checked the batteries are good. And it didn't fix the problem. Oh, now this one says, check the sensors located at the bottom corners of your garage. Oh, wonderful.
And then they'll say, Mr. Stout, we're only too happy to tell you augmented remotes again.
Yeah, really.
That will be $50 each, please.
Yep,
I don't know.
that's...
The house in Newmarket, I should have installed them. I didn't. I should have had two, garage door openers. I didn't. Yeah.
They don't have an app that you can use on your phone to open it.
Well, see here, this one's interesting. It says if the door cannot detect the safety sensors are properly working or connected, the opener will flash and the door will refuse to close. The door opens and closes just fine by pressing the main button. My remotes don't work.
Mr. Stout will be glad to sell you second aftermarket remote. My point is, I don't think those things last as long as the motors do. The remote.
No, it's all pointing to the sensors. It's saying the sensors are off, which makes sense. I'll deal with it Sunday. I mean, right now I can go out there and open the door, back the car out, get out of the car, walk in, close the door, get back in the car.
Oh, there's Jeff.
I had moved your message into your email folder, so I had to scroll down to it.
Yeah, we currently are not zooming on YouTube. I am streaming, as you know,
Right.
but right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I told you. I said I'm streaming, but we're
Oh,
not on
okay.
YouTube.
Just so I know, I want to watch my mouth. That's all.
The Zoom is currently not going out over the stream.
Well, then I don't have to watch my mouth.
Well, as far as I know, Jeff, you're watching the stream, right?
Yeah, I was. Let me check back.
I don't think
I see the logo of the guy
with the
snarfing
turkey.
down the turkey.
Right, but can you hear anything coming through from Zoom? So, Alex, go ahead and say something.
Hello.
Again?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
You can hear the Zoom coming through over there?
I think so.
That's crazy because it's not connected. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, Alex, say more than 3 words this time. Hold on a second. Okay, Alex, say more than 3 words this time.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, Alex, say more than 3 words this time. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it is. That's wild.
I don't really know what else to say.
How is that doing that? Because I'm not the host of this. Interesting. And Robert says, yes, it's coming through too. So, yeah, I guess we are doing both. I was trying to figure out a way to do one or the other. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the main screen. I'm going to go ahead and reclaim the host. And now we clearly are on. So the Zoom should be coming through over on the YouTube stream. So Robert, you know
That's
anything
the
about?
globe.
Yep. Well, it should be the green pistol or cross pistol.
There we go.
Yeah. So Robert, do you know anything about garage door openers? My main box has got a rapid flashing green light. It opens and closes by pushing that button, but the remotes don't work and the batteries are good. I'm just going to start out with the tech stuff right off the top.
Do you have the owner's manual?
Oh gosh, no.
Sounds
Can
like
you
just
Google
need
the
a
owner's
remote.
manual? That's what I had to do for mine.
Well, I'll be all right until Sunday. I mean, like I said, I'll open it, take the car out, get out of the car, walk in, close the door, get back in the car, and leave. When we get home, I'll do like I did tonight. Get out, walk in, open the door, pull the car in, close the door. Nope, Robert says he has to Google. Boy, I wish my last name was Google. Making all
Alex? Alex? Alex?
Alex, I think he's wanting you to Google my garage door problem. But that's okay.
I don't know anything about garage door. We don't even have a garage door here.
Hey, Tim Souls in the chat room. Hey, Tim, would you like to join us on Zoom? We've got the Zoom going.
That's technical.
Must be a slow night in Fresno.
I don't consider a garage door technical, but
The opener part's somewhat technical. You got a remote and you press the button, the door goes up. It's got to make connection. Sure, that's technical.
well, if you had a smart garage door, you could use the app to open and close it.
Man, the garage was built in 1912. It clearly is not going to be a smart garage door opener. Okay, now
It depends.
this,
My old garage door opener that was with the house when I bought it crapped out. So I ordered a new one, which I really like, but it was pretty expensive. But when it gets near the bottom or the top of the run, it slows down and just eases down instead of just going down and stopping.
no, all that is actually really working right. It's just the stupid remote's
You got a
not
flashing
working.
light.
It's got a rapid flashing light.
What, on the wall switch?
Yeah, on the boxes on the wall. Tim, I sent it to you in Facebook because I don't have your email. Or if I do
And
have
your
your email, I can't
remotes aren't
find it.
working?
Now the remotes, the batteries are good. I checked them. That was kind of the first thing I thought, and they're good.
Sounds like you just need a new remote or new set of remotes.
No, I mean, I'm thinking I go out there Sunday when it's not 18 degrees outside, and I'll make sure that the two sensors at the bottom are seeing one another. There's probably something blocking them, so that won't allow the remotes to work.
Yeah, but if there's something blocking the sensors at the bottom, the door shouldn't move at all.
Yeah, that's what the Google said, but it's opening and closing. Black. I'm supposed to ask Blackwatch about computer backups. Oh, that's a good one, Robert. That is a good one.
You have a keypad on the outside.
There is, but I don't know the code.
I'm going to say, does it need a battery? Or is it
I
wired?
think it's wired.
When I had mine replaced, they put in one that I have to change the battery every so often. So I'm just wondering if its battery went bad, that might cause a light to flash someplace, even if you're not really using it.
Right.
If you Google the manual, you might be able to figure out how to reset the code on the keypad too.
That's true.
That's what I had
I'm
to
trying
do on
think. I
mine.
know when I opened it this morning, it worked just fine. And I was hanging the lights, and the way I got to power my lights is I got to use the electricity from the garage. So I originally had it ran one way, and the door opened and closed, but when it closed, it kind of butted up against the wire of the Christmas lights, which shouldn't have any effect on the stupid garage door. But then I noticed when it opened the next time around, that's when that light started blinking rapidly. That's weird.
Maybe something just a tad bit out of alignment.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, just enough that it can't let the remotes work. So let me go see if he got that by jumping back over here to Facebook. Because he hadn't joined us yet. I thought for sure I had his email. Yeah, I sent it to you in the messenger, Tim. Hopefully.
Tim has joined us.
I got it.
Okay, good. I thought I had your email.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. I appreciate that. So no football tonight?
Nope.
You guys play tomorrow, or is your season over?
I believe it's over with. I was kind of hoping if they went to the championship, they would be hosting it here in Fresno. But we didn't make the cut.
What game was it? Boise State, I think, is what hurt you guys. You guys got beat bad by Boise State.
What does that
Boise,
mean? What does
Boise,
that? Go ahead.
Boise State kind of screwed us up on that game. They stayed on the field for 7 minutes too long before the game started, so we had to scrub the skydivers on that game, and we lost.
Yeah, you had posted that. That's
So all the Bulldogs are only half cut, right?
I see Sam's back, got himself muted. Looks like he's busy doing something.
Now he's been busy playing around with himself for hours now.
Got it.
I think you forgot it. I think you forgot it. He has his camera on or something.
Nah, he probably knows.
It's a good thing the camera wasn't pointed at the bird cage.
All right, let me see if this works real quick. So how you been, Tim?
I'm enjoying my 4-day weekend. I've been working every day since August between my photography and computer repair and my full-time machinist job.
You want to swap with me? I'm pretty much sitting at the house just waiting for somebody to hire me.
So you got a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend?
Yeah.
Good.
Normally I work 4 10-hour days. I get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, but we've been on mandatory overtime at my regular job, and photography picked back up this year. I didn't shoot any air shows this year, though. Hopefully I will be doing that again next year. But I picked up 2 weddings this year, and taking care of the Bulldog Blitz skydiving team kind of kept me busy.
Yeah. How on the average when you do weddings, how many pictures do you take?
I don't keep count of that stuff. Sometimes it's 10,000.
So he bills his wedding when he does that by the pictures, because he doesn't keep count until he takes them. Oh wait, you owe me $7,000, which is probably the low end of that, from what I understand of photography.
Well, minimum $2,500 in the Fresno area.
Minimum. Wow.
And if it's for a friend, they get a little discount.
Now you just take them, process them, give them back to the people in the wedding party, or do you print them?
I don't do prints anymore. I don't know anybody that does prints anymore. If they do want prints, that's a little extra, because we don't have good we don't have good photo labs here anymore. And Costco used to have the best computer lab, photo lab, but when they're moving these stores to new locations, they're eliminating the labs. So now I have to email my work to MPix, which is in New York. They're the best in the country, I believe.
What do you do, Tim? CNC programming or what?
Oh yeah.
Your main job, as you call it.
Excuse me?
What is your main job, as you call it?
I am the head setup guy at work. I also prove out the programs that the programmers write, and I do a little programming. Right now we're short staffed because nobody wants to work. I've been running our brand new CNC saw for a couple of months now until we can get some hired help.
Do you anticipate getting help anytime soon?
I don't think so.
Is that because of the holidays, or is it because of the other situation going on?
It's this crap worldwide. Nobody wants to work. They're drawing unemployment. It's crazy. Taco Bell around the corner here was shut down for a whole week because of a shortage of workers.
Wow.
And you got people like me that are wanting to work, that are applying to about every job they can find, but the employers don't want to hire them for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
See, I had to restrain myself because
we're willing to hire people off the street with no experience and train them in house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here I have experience and certifications and and an associate's degree, and nobody wants to hire me. At least it seems that way. As many applications as I put in.
See, Tim walked right into that joke about Taco Bell, but I was restraining myself.
Yeah, I was going to say the local ERs accredited the lack of business due to the closure of the local Taco Bell.
No, I was going to say something along the lines of, and Taco Bell's in Fresno in California, and you can't get any Mexicans to work at Taco Bell?
No, like the joke says, what's a burrito? What's a taco? What's right? And well, it's got
Let me go
lettuce and mayonnaise and good stuff inside. Remember that joke? And the other one is to do it yourself.
I will say we had a group of them replace this large underground line here last Monday. They didn't know any English, but they kind of knew what I was saying. I was like, yeah, you got to replace that, don't you? I've been complaining about it for a week.
What your
customer
internet?
service, and I got this lady in India that lives in India that's working from home. You can hear all her chickens from the chicken farm next door. Are you kidding me? And we went around in circles for 2 hours. I was like, hey, there's nothing wrong with the internet inside here. It's outside. Fix it.
Your internet line, or
They had replaced the whole line underground, but they gave me a bunch of excuses. Oh, you got internet. We see your equipment on our end. No, you don't. I'm a tech. Get out of here. It's outside.
Announcement
There's nothing wrong
for the
inside.
Joe
I
Jefferson
hate
Spanish
talking to technical
language
support.
El
Even in
Lerno
the state
Systemo from Joe
for your internet connection.
We'll take a
Much less,
All right,
much
morning,
less
Bob
talking
and
to
Tom
somebody
show.
in India because you can barely understand it.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to find something, and I hit the wrong button twice.
The
now.
following is
All
a
right, here we
paid.
go. So I'm going to share my screen. Great guy. Am I sure you're going to be online? Yeah, I'm sure. So I'm going to share this with this. It'll go out over Zoom or YouTube anyway. But so these guys came from Michigan to Indiana back in the late.
the Bob and Tom show.
Yeah. Have you heard of them, Jeff?
I've seen a couple of things online about him. There was a cappella singing group called Da Vinci's Notebook, who would go on Bob and Tom's show occasionally, and I cannot repeat some of the songs that they sang
Oh,
on
yeah.
here. You'll be banned.
I've got to really pay attention to this too. So here we go.
Commercial announcement for
weird.
the
Just
Joe
switched
Jefferson
over to YouTube
Spanish
channel.
language
Spinning globe.
El Lerno
I
Systemo
don't think
from
the
Joe.
sound, Ken.
Do what?
I don't think he shared the sound, or you got it muted, either one.
I worked earlier today and nothing has changed. Huh. The technology is coming back to bite me.
Looks like the one on the left side on the aerial.
Sharing a screen.
Am I looking at Zoom or?
Yeah, I'm sharing it on Zoom.
There's a little checkbox in the bottom corner that says share sound when you click on the share screen.
Now you tell me. So share screen.
You gotta make sure that's checked or no sound will come through.
Yeah, I see it now. Doggone it. Okay, let's try this again.
Joe Jackson.
Hello, I'm Jose
Can you hear it
Jackson.
now?
I am the creator of the Joe Johnson Memory System, the Jeff Jennings Vocabulary Builder-Upper, and of course, the Joe Johnson Memory System. Do you realize that thousands of people mitigate to this country every week? It's true. And let's face it, most of them are Hispanic people. They come from countries like Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, Peru, Panamania, and many come from Mexico. Some of them are legal, some are unlegal, but most have one thing in common. They don't know how to habla English. That's why I've come up with my new program, the Jesus Johansson Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo. With my El Lerno system, you will be able to speak Spanish like a naive person in just weeks. Does my El Lerno Sistemo work? Well, just listen to these ceremonials from Satisfied Customs.
In my job, I work with many people who are Latincios. I needed to learn Spanish so I could talk to them. I ordered the Javier Johnson Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo, and in just 5 short weeks, I was able to understand Spanish. Or, as we say in Spanish, I was able to aprehendo Spanish. Gracias, Jorge Jackson.
I'm a salesman, and many of my customers are Hispanics. Thanks to the Joe Jimenez Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo, I am now able to speak to them in tongues they understand. Instead of starting a sales call by saying, "Hi, my name is Fred," I'm now able to say, "Hola, my llama's name is Fred." Thanks, Julio.
Yes, with the Juan Jackson Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo, you will learn many important phrases and expressions in just weeks. Listen to a couple of examples taken right from the CD that's included with your Jojo Juarez Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo.
Where is the bathroom?
¿Dónde está el crepitorio del dulce?
Who is that grouchy old man sitting at the table?
¿Qué es el wrinkly saco bastardo et el mesa?
Let's face it, speaking more than one language is very important in business today. In fact, some experts even go so far as to say it's very important. Learning Spanish with the Jackie Jalisco Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo will make you an invaluable asset to your company and expunge your career opportunities. Just listen to what my El Lerno Sistemo did for this fellow's career.
I was in a dead-end job, mostly because I didn't really understand how to pronounce Spanish words. Then I heard about the Jose Jasper Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo. I ordered it, and in just 2 months, I was promoted to assistant night manager. Oh, excuse me. I have a customer.
Welcome to Jerry's Taco World. Would you like to try a burrito?
The Javier Jorgensen Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo can help you communicate with your Spanish-speaking workforce. Wouldn't it be great to be able to answer all of their questions about job benefits? For instance, when they ask you the following questions, you'll understand exactly what they're saying.
¿Queso workers' compensito?
No.
¿Queso benefito el medical?
Nada.
¿Queso insuranzo la vida?
Nope.
¿Queso wages de minimum?
No way, Jose.
Ay, ay, ay.
The Jesse Jacinto Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo. It's just 45,000 pesos, or 19 American dollars. The Joshua Jimenez Spanish Language El Lerno Sistemo. Order it today by calling 1-888-TELEFONO. Or in Spanish, that's Uno Ocho 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 Telephone.
He changes the name every time he says it. There's one that gets called the Joe Jefferson Memory System, and that's hilarious. If you've not heard Bob and Tom, Google them and just they're funny.
And don't expect anything politically correct.
Oh gosh, no. They have a bit called Mr. Obvious where the guy calls in and they're explaining things, their everyday things, and he can't make the connection. That's what I was going to do with Doug, but I decided not to. The Joe Jefferson one about the memory, though, it's hilarious. He goes, I used to forget things all the time, like where I put my keys and people's names.
Some of those Spanish words actually appear in pretty darn close to Italian.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, the burrito one cracks me up. Tim saying that about Taco Bell made me think about that, and that just cracks me up.
But that old guy, the old
always
guy,
call that place Taco Hell.
Taco Hell, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to say when you were saying they couldn't get any help, no self-respecting Mexican who could actually cook would work at a Taco Bell.
Get off the globe.
That's what my dad says. Taco Bell is just Americanized Mexican food, just tacos and burritos, not actual Mexican food.
Yeah.
I passed by Wendy's, now hiring $18 an hour. Are you kidding me?
Really? Man.
That's how desperate they are.
Well, I was reading an article where a guy
quit my job, go to work to Wendy's.
Yeah, really. Now have the same responsibilities, makes decent money. Anyway, he scheduled 8 interviews. A guy local here in Illinois, 8 interviews were scheduled. 2 of them showed up. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
And if I was one of those 8, I would be one of the 2 that showed up.
and you wouldn't get the job. We'll talk about
Probably I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. Every interview I've went to, every interview I've done, be it in person, on the phone, or in a video interview, no one has offered me a job yet.
I don't understand why you're not. I don't understand why you haven't been hired yet. Everybody's desperate so bad right now.
I don't get it either, but no one has offered me a job. But I've probably had, at least a dozen interviews, if not more, with phone and video and in-person interviews.
Is the issue transportation sometimes, or?
I've explained to people that, I required my public transportation and my mom and all that, and they seem okay. Like this guy was trying to get a job at a hospital here a while back, and it seemed like, once again, it seemed like they really wanted to hire me. He really liked me, and then I call and leave a voicemail a week later, and I get a call back from him, and they're like, no, with no explanation. Right.
Are you dealing with anybody outside of HR departments?
Yes. When I went to that job for that hospital here local, close to me, about 30 minutes or so away, I was talking to the head of the IT department.
Well, that's encouraging. It makes me think they're interested, but for some reason, corporate HR stuff is finding something they don't want to deal with.
But apparently I have the experience and the credentials and stuff on my resume that people are looking for, at least the IT people, the people that are in charge. But then when it goes to HR, either they don't know what they're looking at or something.
Now you got to understand how it works, Alex. HR is the naysay.
Yeah, we used to say way back when I was getting out of school and looking for jobs, we had a saying that the purpose of HR departments is to say we have no jobs. That was a little bit of an exaggeration, but sometimes you didn't think it was much of one.
Yeah.
I was only kidding, Alex. It just goes like, you're talking about the Mexican thing that we just watched and the shortage of labor and everything else. Then you get 18 interviews, only 6 show up, and nobody will accept the job. It's a joke. It's just,
So, I'm not sure what Greg is trying to say. He says he's got the webcam and Zoom form when Doug remoted in. What is the meeting code and the meeting number and passcode? For Doug's, I don't know. For mine, send me an email at kstout2016@gmail.com and I'll send you the link.
Yeah,
I'll be back in a second. I got to check on my wife.
No problem. We'll be here.
Right back.
Greg guy, you got to email the host. Nobody's going to post it in chat anymore.
Right. No, it's no longer going to be posted in chat. BH Ringer's the host. I don't think he wants me giving out his email. And I figured out a way to still keep that link hot. So
I'm just wondering, Tim, if I could. You do CNC. I'm trying to understand who puts the metal in the machine.
Well, you have people like me, or you physically have to put it in there. Now they are coming out robots. We do have one, but somebody still has to load the fixtures.
No, but obviously to have a metal machinist, right? A lot of them. But you say you can't get help, but if you got all the programmers, I know how that works. But there's always somebody putting the metal in the machine and taking it out. Or is it all robotic?
Now we do have, we call them screw machines. One of them's a Cyclone, and the other one is some other Swiss name thing, but it has an automatic bar feeder. I think we can load 20 bars in it.
Yeah.
It's got 9 axes, which is really cool. So it's a mill and a lay all in one, and it has a parts capture. You load it up, load the program, and walk away from it. It
Yeah,
runs
but okay, who loads the blanks then when it runs out? Auto feeder. Somebody
has to load it.
I'm just curious the way it it used
Got
to
a
be.
brand new wash on that's a mill lay combo type deal, and it has really cool. If you know what a tool changer, a turk, and a lay is, well, this one has a turk that slides back inside the machine somewhere. It will actually change end mills and stuff for the mill part of it, and it has a automatic bar feeder and parts capture, which is cool.
Yeah, I remember to have them when they brought. It was shortly after Boeing put money in, but you talk about those beds of aluminum, 6 inches thick, and the robotic arm. It was 20 feet by 40 feet. You can imagine the cost of that machine, tens of millions of dollars. But they put glass around it so you could watch it. It was interesting.
So Tim, let me just ask you a question. For somebody fresh in off the street that you're going to train, what kind of pay are they offering?
That I don't know. I can get that info later.
Probably because they don't want to train them, right, Tim? Come on.
We're training.
Well, he was saying that they were willing to train people and still can't find folks.
I missed that part.
Yeah, we're willing to train. We're even giving them a $200 incentive just to fill out an application. Come on.
No sign-on bonus if they stay around 3 months or anything?
I don't know if they're doing that right now. I think that kind of got and forgot about.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, they've got Lorna's Works got a incentive for nurses. If they stick around 90 days, they get a pretty good chunk of change. But so far, nobody stuck around more than 2 weeks. So
one of the things I've read about nurses is that they're having to hire temp help so much and offer so much pay for nurses doing it that way that it's hard to get somebody to sign on as a regular job because the pay is less than the temp help pay.
yeah, that and a lot of places are going to staffing agencies to rely on the staffing agencies to fill what they need. And at her facility, they're hiring unit aides that are basically just someone walking up and down the hall, and if someone needs help, they go get a nurse.
So not even a CNA.
Not even a CNA. No.
Wow.
I mean, I could do that. I could walk up and down the halls and, oh, he needs help or she needs help, you know. But
you still have your license active?
Yeah. For some stupid reason, I do keep renewing it. And, I mean, who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll have to go back to work. I don't know. I couldn't handle the politics right now in it. It would be rough. Be real rough.
First time I've seen.
Well, if you do, you might want to try going back through a staffing agency. I hear the pay's much better
good.
for those.
Yeah, yeah. The only problem with staffing agencies
at work. When I ran night shift by myself, I had Select Personnel and a couple other agencies that I used.
All right, let's see here. Now let me remember how I did this to get it to Tim.
And as far as RM and the backups go, they were running off of 2,400 foot reels and cassettes of tape, on-site, off-site, and completely off-site backups. That's how it worked. Not like today.
All right. bear with me. I'm trying to.
I don't know what they're doing now. The
Reply
last
to
place
your
I
email,
worked,
Ken.
Okay,
where I
cool.
knew about the backups, they were still backing up to big tapes, or not big tapes, but about so big to cartridge tapes.
They look like, when I left, they looked like 8-track tapes. No longer reels. Looked like
Right, no longer reels. But these were cartridges. That's what at least the people doing the Unix and Linux stuff.
Yeah,
were
that's what
using
they had.
cartridge.
They look like the old 8-track tape things, and they had the label for the number, and they're black. And they, that's what they look like.
Blackwatch might even know about this. The first CNC machines, we didn't have the magnetic tape. We had the punch card tape type thing. So if you had to edit the program, you had to go through a punch machine and redo the whole thing.
It came before the old 29 cards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The 36020, you loaded the operating system in front of the problem programming. They were just printers. They were just big printers. That's all they did. Yeah.
Then it came out with reel to reel. Now we got technology's come a long ways. I'm impressed.
Okay, Greg, I sent you the link. Hopefully it's still active. It should be. It worked for Tim. I sent Gary an email since he wanted to be notified. And I did get one from someone. I'm just waiting for a response because now the fine line is going to be, now that my email's out there, I'm probably going to get bombarded. I'm going to have to pick and choose who not to let in, because if I let everybody in, we're going to get bombed and get some of the stuff we had last week. So I got to figure that out.
You had some problems last week?
Just a few. We had a young lady got a hole put in her head last week. I had to edit that out.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a Cronus.
Seen the blonde, seen the gun, and I was trying to kick him out, and I was a little too slow. And I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but that took Alex completely by surprise.
I don't remember it.
Here's Greg.
I don't remember it.
Greg, you'll have to mute your YouTube volume.
Here we go.
You'll have to mute your YouTube volume. Otherwise, we'll keep hearing the echo. Otherwise, we'll keep hearing the echo. On the YouTube screen, try to mute it.
Lower left.
I think he got it. I'm not hearing it now anymore. Yeah, I think he got it. Hi, Greg.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys too.
So we got a squid, a flyboy, and me in here tonight. And Jeff.
Looks like the average age of the group is going up.
Yeah. Sam, you got
Sam's
problems.
kind of stuck over there by
his. Yeah, he is.
Well, and Tim's.
But Greg's what, 48?
Yeah. Many years ago I was.
Yeah, Sam and Alex are going to feel kind of weird in the old farts group here.
Alex is upper 20s. So he helps out a little bit, but Sam clearly brings that average way down. So, Greg, we don't have an agenda here, as you've probably noticed when you're with us in the YouTube stream. We do like to get together and talk. So I'm being asked in the chat, do I want to listen to something? And the answer to that's probably going to be no, because I don't know what it is. You guys can read the stream just as well as I can. So Greg, you're where at in the United States?
I'm in southern Maryland.
Okay.
About 85 miles southeast of D.C., near the Virginia borderline.
Okay.
Near Fredericksburg, Virginia, maybe?
That's a little bit of a drive for us. I was stationed at Naval Air Station Patuxent River, Maryland, for 4 years active duty, and then I went and did my last sea tour on the West Coast, and then I retired, and then I worked for the Navy at NAS Pax River for 25 years.
And have you retired from that, or are you still working there?
No, I retired 4 years ago. I said,
Okay.
it's my time now.
I didn't see Robert sneak in. Hi, Robert. I bet he's at work, so he's not going to say anything. So, BH, have you watched any of those yet? Or are we still not able to talk about it?
Watched what?
Get Back.
No.
No, we still can't talk about it.
He's been busy. Hey, Greg.
He's been busy.
I was born.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That looks familiar.
Everybody's going, what? Wait a second. What? Can I see that again? No, I'm kidding.
Let me get my camera out.
Yeah, really.
Greg says he's
I'm
got.
going to be knocking on my door in a minute. Oh, boy.
I see it, but I don't recognize it.
Did you grow that yourself, or did you purchase that?
No, I grew it.
Oh, cool. That's about the only
It's
thing
called,
Huh?
the variety is, or the variant is lemon bubba.
That's about the only thing I've not ever tried to grow. I probably could grow it, but I've just never tried.
Is that a sativa or a...
Now we're going to be a... Oh.
It's a cross between sativa and indica.
Oh,
about 50,
nice.
50.
Tonight's
In the middle.
stream brought to you by CBD. So it's legal in Vegas, if I remember right. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, they're actually getting ready to open up lounges where tourists can go to smoke it.
That'll be fun.
Really?
And that was a new thing the legislature passed this last term, I think.
Yeah, it's legal here in Illinois. Indiana, it's not.
But what was crazy is that it was at the state level, it was legal to buy here, but you couldn't smoke it in public or in a hotel.
Right.
Legal here.
So it was legal to smoke if, say, in your home, if you lived in it. Like when I go out in the backyard, I've got a neighbor who's fairly active. So you can tell.
I've never smoked anything, but it makes me violently ill, and I can't figure that out. It's crazy. It really is crazy. And both of my sons, as they were growing up, they partook in the activity, so to speak. Is it midnight already? Oh my goodness. I hear the crickets, that's how I know the time.
It's 1 o'clock here.
Only 10 o'clock here.
Sam?
Half hour later, Newfoundland.
Sam must have us muted. I was going to ask him what the time is there. He looks muted and frozen. There he is.
He's there.
We got some movement going on. So,
I gotta wake him up a little bit.
yeah. I see Alex left again. It's midnight. That poor kid, he needs to find a job. I mean, he's not.
5 o'clock in Melbourne.
I don't understand why nobody wants to hire him. Everybody's looking for help desperately right now.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm going to guess one thing, perhaps, and it's not. It may be HR is looking at it and saying, "Is this going to increase our health insurance rates?"
it could be. That could be.
Yep.
And depends on the size of the outfit he's trying to get a job with. If it's somebody big company, it won't make much of a distinction, or it'll just be a little blip in their cost.
Yeah.
What state does he live in?
Arkansas.
Little
town just outside of Little Rock, about 45 miles or so.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he's disabled. He's in a motorized wheelchair, and I don't think he would have any qualms with me saying that, because most everyone in here knows that. But he wants to work, and he's trying to get it set up to work from. Blackwatch, do your thing. He's trying to get it set up to work from home, which would be good. You know, I think all of us have given him advice in one form or another to help him get going.
It tripped me out when I called customer service with Comcast. They don't want to pay anybody any money, so they hire these people in India to work from home for $4 an hour.
I know.
I don't get it. It's frustrating for me on both sides of the fence.
Well, I bet. Well, I don't have any.
I offered my brother a job, and he turned it down. I was like, really?
I don't see how people are making their bills and mortgage payment and putting food on their table.
I don't either.
Maybe they're growing the good stuff.
Maybe they're subscribed to that BH Ringer delivery service that he's not telling us about.
I know my neighbor. He's
well, he doesn't deliver here.
My guess is he doesn't deliver many places.
My neighbor's been out of work for almost 2 full years. He's got a kid, an ex-wife. He does a lot of work on cars for people.
Thank you, Jeff.
But I don't think he's, getting that much money from the state and the federal government.
Who took him out?
Jeff did.
No, there's nothing in that. There's nothing in that.
Okay, well, Ken had said something about it, so.
Well, this will give us an opportunity to test what we were just trying to do earlier.
I translated. There's nothing there, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay, well, I was just going by what Ken said a minute ago.
Okay, so BH Ringer, Blackwatch, and I were trying to find a deleted message earlier. So now, can I go see what that is as the host or as the channel host?
It says view deleted.
Well, I can look at the deleted message now. How do I translate it?
I can see it.
You can see the message or the fact that it's...
It looks like Arabic.
Wait a minute. You hit him. I'll unhide him. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Message deleted.
You know me. I want to learn as much as I can.
It's Arabic. There's nothing in it. There's nothing there.
So can you unhide him or does Jeff have to unhide him?
No.
I just unhid him.
Okay.
Yeah, any moderator can. So how did you translate it?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Oh, you didn't need a translator.
There's some questions you don't ask here. Alec, tell Jeff there's some questions you don't ask here.
That's right.
So if I...
Okay, never.
So you can't bring the message back, but you can... Wait a minute, I got to press the button.
There was a link to view the deleted message.
Yeah, just click on the underlying view deleted message and it appears.
Right, and it comes right back. So you guys should be able to see it.
It shifted back after I did that.
No, I've actually went back and clicked on view deleted message.
But now I'm trying to do something to highlight it. Let's see. Copy. Go to...
You gonna try to use a translator?
Now see if Google will do it for me.
I already did, Jeff.
Automatically?
Message.
I already got it open. Just leave it.
First two were in English.
Leave it, lad. Leave it.
All right.
I'm ahead of you.
I on the stream on my computer here, it's okay. Now there's one right here at 11:58, right after when I said hello. I'm gonna go ahead and view delete message, and on the stream, it'll come through in about 3 seconds. And he said hello, but it's on the over here on my monitor that I'm watching this. It's not changing it in chat unless maybe refresh will do it.
Don't forget, Jeff, they can put out 20 different foreign languages. If nobody can understand it, who cares?
Okay, now I can do it this way. I can actually go in over here on that computer and unleash. So they're all good.
Don't give them any more airtime.
Do what, Blackwatch?
Don't give him any more airtime than what he's already had.
That's true. Very true. I still want to know if I can go back in, like we were talking earlier, and see something that was done yesterday. I don't think we can do that. I think once it's
What,
over,
like on the chat replay?
yeah.
Don't know.
Well, we were
Should be
trying to
able
do it
to.
earlier, and we couldn't duplicate it. Not a big deal. I mean, we've had this conversation that you guys are moderators. If you feel it's not supposed to be there, get rid of it or hide it, and then we'll go back and look at it later like we just did, and everything's good. No sense having moderators and restricting it. I mean, other than I know you guys are posting links, but that's fine.
He's just blowing hot air. Let it go.
Bing. I can't say that.
I already did what you did. Don't give him any more airtime. I did that.
I'm
15
not.
I did that. Well, don't announce it, bozo.
Oh.
There's another Bing chilling.
Is that how you say that? Because I was.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, me and names. I'm telling you, I am horrible with names.
Well, I have to kind of lean up and make sure I'm looking at it with my
That's what I
computer
would say.
glasses here.
It's Bing. Bing's clearly correct. Chilling's probably right.
It's the same one. It's the same one.
Is it?
Greg, guy, change the subject. Get these guys.
Yeah, Greg,
out.
get us going. Oh, speaking of Greg, I'm going to do vet to vet, the episode 3 on Sunday. If you're interested in joining, let me know. I'm not sure of the time yet. Jeff, you're obviously probably going to be there as well, depending on the time.
Yeah, it depends when you do it. That's our one day my wife gets out of the house, so we go out.
Right. And
for
Tim,
brunch
you're
on
welcome
Sundays.
to join. You're regardless of the amount of time you spent. You're still a
There's
vet.
that word again. That word does not exist.
IRR.
And ooh, you're cruising, buddy.
Okay, Tim.
That's a double negative.
Well, I like to deal in double negatives. Tim, regardless of the time.
There you
spent-
go.
Oh, irregardless as you didn't like, huh?
Yeah. Can I get a star?
You have a star.
Thank you.
You want a gold star?
No, I haven't reached that status yet.
He has a silver star.
Can I get 2 stars? I'll put 1 on each shoulder. Oh,
Americans, and they speak English.
Huh? Put on the globe and go check something real quick.
You was trying to ask me something, Ken.
I was going to ask you something.
Don't confuse me.
Regarding the vets.
Pardon?
Something regarding the vets.
Yeah, you can join us on Sunday if you're available, regardless of the amount of time you spend in. That's fine. I've got no issues with it whatsoever. BH Ringer's welcome. Blockwatch is welcome. Robert's welcome. I don't ever see it getting to the point where it's going to be strictly vets and vets only. I think it's a good thing that not only to get vets talking to vets, but to get everyone else talking to vets as well. And there is a possibility that it may not ever get off the ground, but I'm going to give it about 3 months and to see what happens. I've reached out to a couple organizations. Someone suggested going to the VFW, and I'm going to do it. And if it's a flop, it's a flop.
Any reason why my video is lagging?
On YouTube?
No, on the Zoom session.
No. Is anybody else's video lagging on Zoom?
You guys move and it looks normal, but it takes like about 4 or 5 seconds, and then I see it.
Okay, so
it's a brand new Logitech C920S, and I loaded the capture software because Windows didn't recognize it.
I don't know, but I just thought of something with my warped sense of humor that would be really fun to try to achieve somehow.
And like I'm moving my hand and I don't see it.
We're seeing it right away.
Now I see it.
Wow. Do you guys have that? I'm when I wave my only blur myself.
No, mine's coming right away.
Yeah, mine too. So Alex,
Yes.
Greg is having some blurring, or not blurring, but lagging issues with this camera. So can you guys see my hand?
Yep.
Okay, I can see it. It's instant on my screen as well.
And it's lag on Zoom, not on YouTube.
Yeah, he said it's lagging on Zoom. So
Does that camera come with a thing for loading software, a URL to load software down, bring software down?
Mean a driver?
No, it's actual software like
Yeah, there's Logitech capture software. I had to download that from Logitech and install that, and then Windows recognized that the camera was installed.
Okay, so you got it. All right.
All right, we're going down the tech trail.
I warned you about that.
There's a setting in your Zoom video settings that you can either choose to have HD or not. You might want to try to turn HD off in your Zoom settings.
All right, so let me see.
How do I get there?
Well, I'm gonna see if we can do that by sharing the screen in Zoom.
Lower left, there's a thing that's got a icon of a camera, and there's a little caret symbol next to it. Click on that, and then go to video settings.
Has it got the default camera, or does it got the specific
Okay,
Logitech?
Greg, can you see the big white box on your screen from my
Yeah.
screen? Okay, so I do it a different way, but right here, the webcam mine's a C170, and I've got both original ratio and HD checked. You might try unchecking one of those and see if that. And then I don't think there's any other adjustments in there for that.
Because HD will take more of your upload, and if you don't have a very good upload.
Got a 50 meg upload.
Better than what I have.
Ready to sleep.
Yeah, I just got a 10.
That might be it. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. So let's hope that he can get that.
Okay, I got the Logitech software coming up now.
What camera did he have in the default?
C920.
He's got the Logitech selected.
Yeah, it's listed in Windows, but it's saying camera not available.
No, it's off in Zoom.
Okay, so I don't think there's any way I can remote connect through Zoom to Greg's computer. I'm looking on here. I'm not seeing anything.
Greg can share screen, and you can request remote control.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, if that's up to Greg, if he wants us to look at it and try to help him.
Midnight.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm not talking loud.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not talking loud.
Oh, poor Alex. Okay, Greg, if you scroll your mouse down at the bottom, it should be in green. Share screen. Click on that.
Can?
Yeah, Blackwatch.
I'm in the Zoom setting. Playback speed, normal. That's YouTube.
Are you in the white box or the other little box, as I call it? So
I'm not seeing any white box.
Okay. Do you have the YouTube stream running as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm viewing.
Okay. So I'll show you. So as soon as it catches up, which is okay, there it goes. At the bottom down here, to share your Zoom, you want to click on this one. It says share screen.
Okay. Do I need to minimize that? Okay. Now I see it.
So click on that, and
Click
then
on,
it's going to
share
open up.
screen, yeah.
Go up here and hit screen, and then share.
Here.
Lower right hand corner.
Share.
Okay, now you're sharing your screen. Now, according to Alex, you should be able to let someone remote into your system. I have no clue. And he says you can request someone to remote in. So go up here to the top.
Participants, new share.
Yeah,
Remote control. There you go.
And he needs to click on View Options and then Request Remote Control at the top of the screen. Click on View Options.
Okay, I think he just figured that out. So up here at the top, View Options, and you should see one that says, okay, here, I got it.
There you go.
You are about to request remote control of Greg's shared content. So let me blur out the screen so nothing goes out over the internet to YouTube. It's still being seen by all of us in Zoom, but it's no longer going out over the internet. So there we go. Now I think you have to grant me permission. I think. I honestly
yes,
don't. Right.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
So do you see somewhere there that says, King Crimson says, I see how it is. We are a different channel, that is for sure. So I see Greg moving his mouse. Do you see my mouse moving on your screen?
No, not yet.
Okay, so
When
it says waiting for Ken to control your screen.
When you click on Request Remote Control, Ken, it should give him a pop-up to approve or deny.
Right, I'm going to start over. So I'm going to give up remote control. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to request remote control. And I'm going to click request. Now, Greg, excuse me, on your screen, you should get a pop-up. You either got to approve it or deny it.
Okay, I didn't get this pop-up before.
Okay.
Approve.
Now I got it. Okay, that step's accomplished. Now what are we looking for? We want to get into Zoom settings, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah, I was hoping everyone else would remember, but so you go
I
right
can do
here.
it if you want. Oh.
This is the meeting. I haven't seen meeting controls. That's different.
Are you using somebody else's host, Ken?
I'm using I'm remotely on his computer as the host.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
I'm seeing his mouse move.
Right. Well, you should see down here at the bottom meeting controls popping up, but I don't figure out how to open a dumb thing. Alex?
Want me to go into Zoom?
Yes, please.
It looks like those meeting controls you're referring to just allows him to stop sharing screen.
Now I want to see that right there. Nope, that's not what I want to see. You're currently get out of that one.
Oh, the problem is because he's not logged into a Zoom account, he ain't gonna have the same layout.
He should still have the same basic layout on his camera, though. I would think. Okay.
See, I don't know. I don't think he's got access to all the settings we've got access to because we're logged into it.
Right. Well, I'm clicking on the X here and it's not doing anything. So.
Yeah, the mouse is not moving. It's jumpy.
No, that's me. I'm doing it.
What did you use to get in there?
Zoom.
But see, with Zoom, you don't have to have an account to join a meeting, but in order to get to some of those settings, like the virtual backgrounds and all that, as far as I know, you have to have an account for that.
Right, but for basic camera settings, I would think you wouldn't need an account. I would think. I don't know. I'm just...
You can get to the...
Just spitfiring.
You can get to the camera settings if you go to the Zoom app. If you open up the actual Zoom app, you can right next to where it says stop video, there should be a little arrow.
This is the one we just had, right? Yeah, we don't want that one. Yeah, that's down here, and I don't... Oh, there we go. Now it's still not big, though, doggone it.
Click on the far right one.
Right
maybe
here?
Yeah, maybe that'll maximize it. It did nothing.
Greg, what we need to do is we need to get this box right here that says meeting control expanded on the screen. Then I clearly do not...
Click on click on the Zoom icon in the system tray on the right-hand side. You see that? There should be a little Zoom icon.
Oh, yeah.
Click on that.
24 there?
This one here I just clicked on that brings up this one here. That brings up this box, and if I minimize
Can you
that.
cancel now? Can you do a cancel now?
I don't know if I cancel that if it kicks you out or not.
Ah.
No, I can't close it. Every time I hit close, it doesn't do anything. Wow, interesting.
Oh, there's two of them. Oh, that was that.
Yeah, I can't
Weird.
close that one either. Maybe Alex has hit the nail right on the head. Maybe
The issue here is the same issue we had with Jeff the other day. It's because neither one of y'all are signing in with an account, and you have to log in with an account to get to the settings. That's the issue.
Okay.
That I see.
So let's
the way
try
I see
this.
it.
Alex, share your screen with me, or share your screen with everyone.
I can't do that.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm on phone right.
Who wants to volunteer their screen? Here, I'll volunteer my screen. Can I volunteer my screen?
Oh, well.
No, I mean, okay, so I should be able to go share my screen, and I'm going to share my screen. All right. Somebody go up at the top and see if you can request control of my screen. Tim, go ahead.
So what am I doing here? I'm going to try to control your screen.
Up at the
Go to the top.
Up at the top.
Go to view options.
Right. And put request.
Okay. I sent you a request.
Right. Tim is requesting, so I'm going to approve it. Tim should have control of my screen.
All right, I've got control.
See if you can go down to the task manager down there and bring up the settings portion of Zoom. Okay. Now, click on my icon up there in the upper right on the white box that you're showing. I'm doing this all hands-free, by the way. I want Tim to do it. So go up in the white box all the way to the
Now
top.
it seems to be working.
All the way
Yeah,
to
now
the
you're
top.
good, Greg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
right
the,
there.
The YouTube was overlaying the Zoom window.
And then if you come down here to settings.
It's not letting me.
So you're not able to get into the white box either, even though it's showing on my screen?
I'm clicking on it and it just disappears.
Okay, hang
I
on.
mean, clicking on meeting controls. Well,
Hang
you
on.
see me do it.
Yeah, you're good. You've got control. Okay, now go ahead. I'm hands free again. But Greg is good now. He was moving around. So maybe it's real limited. And Alex left, right? Yeah, Alex is gone.
I'm here, Ken.
Oh, you're there. Where you at?
I'm rejoining to my tablet.
Still trying to click on it.
Okay, because when you click on it, it brings it up on my screen, the big white box. And then at the upper right-hand corner, it's got my picture and a camera. And then you should be able to click on that and go down to the camera settings. But you're not able to do that, huh?
Not letting me.
That's weird.
We ran into that issue the other day on your computer, Ken.
Yeah, I mean, let's
That
pick
you was
one.
able to see that box, but we wasn't able to see it.
Yeah, that one right there. I took that one.
Oh, nice.
Las Vegas. Look at the smoke under the
I was
tires.
just getting ready to say, I know that place.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen.
That's from Sunset Avenue, isn't it? The viewing
Yes,
area?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Used to go
So
out there all the time.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you able to do something like log me and rescue through Zoom? But it's limited. I can't open stuff.
Yeah, it's. I mean, other than you can connect and you're remotely connected, it looks to be real limited. And sure, I don't know why you couldn't. Doug does it all the time. He does Zoom and then he does log me and rescue at the same time, and you're good to go. We were just curious as to what you could do. Yeah, Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, Doug remoted into my machine in March of this year because I had every Windows update that Update sent me fail with the exact same error code.
I remember
The
that.
only thing would install would be antivirus and I believe the NetFrame. Nothing else from October to March would install. He made 5 videos on, I think, about 10 hours trying to fix it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And what'd you finally figure out?
I just suggested to him, once we got the system back up, just do a fresh install of Windows. I manually installed all my programs. He was trying to find out what caused it. What caused Windows to stop updating from October to March. And it was always the exact same error code. I couldn't do the update system. I ran that 3 times. I tried the media creation tool 3 times. He couldn't run them. He couldn't do them. We had to go downstairs to my son's PC and he had the remote in there and we had to make a Macrium install USB on my son's machine. And then we had to go into the BIOS and turn CSM support off, I think was what we did. And then finally got it back up.
Doug's a great guy. I've known him for many years.
Yeah, he knows his IT business.
Well, we share stuff with each other. When Doug was FAA's fast safety team representative, back in those days, he was so busy. I would set up the computer labs for him at the airport. And this is all volunteer work. And it's kind of like getting your license renewed. And really cool stuff, but we had problems with the city because they're so secure. They have to have their own IT guy in to give us access to the internet. And I go in there and set up the computer labs. I think I did that 3 or 4 years in a row for him.
Yeah, I worked in the IT department at the Naval Air Station here at Pax River since January 95. Yeah.
Wow.
Until 4 years ago, 2017, I said, that's enough. It's my time. I went through everything from the Zenith 248s, the Unisys 386, to every PC that they had. I think I saw and handled and put hard drives, made them removable so they could lock it up in the safe at night because it contained classified information on it. Ran the whole system. I remember one time they had these removable raised floors throughout the building in the computer room. We were stringing a cable. We set off the fire alarm, stringing a cable. That's when we could run our own phone lines and everything. And, they were throwing stuff away left and right, getting zip drives and software. I only bought one software. I think that was Windows 7, and that was it, because the Navy contracted out to a corporation. They call it NMCI, Navy Marine Corps Internet, and now they're in charge of it. All you can do is operate your machine. Can't do that anymore. They deploy all the software and everything at night, stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it for a lot of years, but the last 6 months, it was so advanced. It was too boring. It wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't challenging.
Yeah.
I like a good challenge.
Yeah.
So Matthew Camp retracted his message. I didn't get to see what it was. It cracks me up when somebody will say something in chat and then it gets retracted. And 9 out of 10 times, I don't think it's anything that's all that bad myself, but there's a lot of retraction going on. So, I don't know whether I should be concerned or feel honored that I get all these people that are now bombing chat like this. I haven't seen Charlie in a while. You guys remember Charlie from Zoom?
That's a lot of retraction.
Yeah. There are a few that get retracted. I think Charlie's an actual real person. I could be wrong, but I think he does exist. Let me go check something out over here real quick. So the lag in YouTube is actually pretty good right now. There is a bit of a lag. I noticed when BH Ringer stood up a while ago, I saw it on Zoom instantly, and then it was a little bit of a lag on the YouTube, more than normal, and I don't understand that. And what was I going to go look at? Oh. No. Maybe I need to
And as far as the limitations on the Zoom remote control, you might want to check your Zoom settings in the website and see if there's more, because I know they allow file transfer.
Interesting.
Yeah,
PH
probably.
PH is gone, I think.
I don't know.
I used to use Logman Rescue, but now it's not free anymore. So
No.
I'm actually having to go to the customer's
Oh, there he is.
place of business or whatever to do stuff.
Oh, I know what it was. I was going to go check. I remembered.
I still need to get over to Doug's house and check out his setup. I pass by his house all the time when I go to Chandler Airport.
Whoa!
We're both so busy, we're just not making that connection.
Is he going to do anything tomorrow, do you know?
I don't know. I hope so. My 4-day weekend, I'm going to be sitting around bored. 5 towers to work on, and it's at my own pace, so I'm not in a rush. I was actually surprised, just out of shits and giggles, I want to see if I could upgrade a Dell computer with a 2nd gen chip in it to Windows 10.
I'll go for the big one. Go for Windows 11.
I'm going to do that next.
We need to get you and Jim together.
I can do it.
You'll just do the USB thing.
Once I put in the flash drive for the Windows 10 media, it seemed like it took almost an hour for it to read the flash drive, and then the damn thing I thought was going to take off like a jet airplane across the living room. The fan spun up super fast and went crazy on me. And then it rebooted twice, and it was quiet as a church mouse. I was like, wow, it actually took it on an old-ass piece of crap. Well, okay,
you guys amaze me that you can get things to work like
hard
that.
Drives.
I gave my old PC away. I built this system in November 2019. It was a Windows XP, and it was a 462 motherboard with an AMD Athlon.
Oh, wow.
1800 chip in it. I was still surfing the net up until I built this system. Never had a problem with it.
I built this in July of this year, and I'm happy with it. I didn't put a graphics card in it because I couldn't afford one, and now I kind of wish I would have went out and shelled the money then.
I was looking at the prices just the other day for shits and grins. I got an EVGA 1650 video card that I picked up for $154, and they're like $399, $499.
You got a video card?
Oh, back in October of 2019, I bought it.
Oh.
So Matthew Camp says you should be able to upgrade to Windows 10 with no problem, but Windows 11, he's not sure. That's what he said in the chat room.
Well, when I bought all the parts for my build, that was early October 2020. And I thought, I had the video card, I wanted a 1660 Super. It was $239. And I said, I'm short this month. I'm going to wait until next month to buy it. And by the time the next month came around, that's when all hell broke loose on the video card prices. So, and now the same card I see advertised for $700 and some, which I'm not going to pay.
Yeah. Don't need it that bad, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got the EVGA 1650 SC Ultra. I got it for what, 154, I believe it was. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the 1660, not the 50.
Yeah.
So I wish I'd have gone ahead and ordered it then. But live and learn.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
One of these days, I'd like to get together with Carrie and that guy that machined the tower up there in Canada. And I don't know if you guys remembered, it had like 14 screws on one side. I want to machine something a little better than that with less screws, more user friendly. How I'm gonna find the time to do that, but I think it'd be a money maker.
Did you get your server running at your work? You posted on Facebook you were getting a new server.
We added a second server and an update on that since we're ISO certified and we make aerospace parts and a lot of other crazy things. We are required to have surveillance cameras inside and outside. Well, we already had 4 cameras outside, one by our main office door, one out back of the back of the shop. We bought the property behind us years ago. We got a camera pointing back at our main shop and one back there. So we installed 22 cameras that day. That was a network switch you saw in that picture. And I was like, wow, 24 network switches, and now we got to redo our PA system, phone lines, everything. And I'll talk to the technician. He's doing really great work. I was like, wow. He's going to a city here. I can't remember the city this Sunday. He's shutting down the whole 911 system, but they will be able to get phone calls in because they got to redo the whole damn police department. I'm like, well, I'm glad you're doing the work on our shop. And he showed me his work and his pictures, and I was just amazed. The guys, I hate doing cable management. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I'm kind of like Carrie. I will pay somebody to do cable management before I will do it. This guy is so meticulous. You can't even see the cables.
Wow.
I was like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah, when I put the Roku in and the NVIDIA Shield, I had visions of, I'll do some cable management. No, I won't. I just do it behind the table. Nobody can see it. The only person who knows it's messed up is me, because the thought was there briefly. But then when I started, no.
When you think of it, sometime let us know.
Because I don't want nobody to see my sloppy work.
Do what, Jeff?
Sometime when you think of it, let us know what service you're subscribing to through your NVIDIA Shield.
It's on the I can get it for you. I think one of them's Cobra 4 TV dot something, and the other one is, what is that other one?
I looked at their website and they had a special from some service that you could get if you bought something else, but I don't remember what it was now.
Yeah, I'll get it. It's on the TV. I'm pleased with it. I'm going to it's a year experiment. If it works, it works. And if Roku goes in the direction I think it could go, we'll just keep everything on Roku. And I mean, I can get everything on local TV off the internet. And I know my shows. I know where they're at. It's about a 4-hour delay. It's no big deal.
So that's separate from the other service?
It's off of a browser, yes. 2 browsers. One of them BH Ringer gave me. Awesome. What is it? Prime Wire, I believe.
It sounds familiar.
Now BH Ringer knows the one. He's the one that gave it to me. Prime something here. Let me go over here and I can tell you what it is. Because it's pretty funny. I've got Brave Browser set up, and then within Brave Browser I've got Prime Wire .li. Perfect. Awesome.
I put in the chat there, Ken.
Okay, thank you.
Must be overseas.
Thank you. Oh, clearly the one I'm using for TV is overseas, but you can't beat $4.16 a month to have all the stations you have. And I did learn, I find this interesting, and again, you guys know me, I'm such the technical whiz. Well, that one went over great. My local CBS is from a place out here in Champaign, which is 66 miles away. I can get it off the antenna with no problem. It went out the other night, so I get on my phone and get on the app. I'm like, hey, my local CBS is out. Before I could send a message, this big purple screen pops up and it says, this stream is restricted, yada, 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 Hulu. So they're pulling the feed off of Hulu and giving it to me. Tim's shaking his head,
Hey, you need to check out Cody.
Yes, I do. You're
Me
right.
and you probably need to have a private conversation about that,
Yep.
how to set it up.
Yeah. Well, it kind of frustrated me. I'm like, wait a minute, this is 66 miles away. This is from overseas. They're getting the feed off of Hulu and repackaging it to me, but I'm not getting it. So, and CBS is my primary. I don't watch anything on ABC. I couldn't even tell you one show on ABC. If someone were to say, Ken, I'll give you $1 million, name one show, I can't take it because I don't know. NBC.
I love my NCIS.
Oh yeah.
I don't watch hardly any regular TV, but there was a show. There's a show on. There was a show on ABC that I just found out about. That's really good. It's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, you can get it on Hulu. It's called Speechless.
Hulu
It's
was
about-
cool when it was free. It's not free anymore.
Which one's that? What? Tim, what was that you just said?
I said Hulu was cool when it was free. It's not free anymore.
Yeah, you mentioned NCIS.
And I like what Alex was saying too.
Yeah, you mentioned NCIS. What do you think of the NCIS Hawaii?
I'm kind of having a hard time getting into it, but I like it.
It's like me and CSI Vegas. Have you seen that?
Now that I like. They got some of the old actors in there.
They've got Grissom Seidel. What's his name? No, the guy that was the detective, Jim Brass.
Yeah, Jim Brass, the sheriff.
Yeah, I like how they're tying the two together. At first, I thought it was going to be a flop, but it's growing on me. NCIS Hawaii, the jury's still out. I was pretty upset when they canceled NCIS New Orleans because I really liked that one.
I did too.
I've never watched NCIS Los Angeles. I couldn't tell you anything about that.
I watched all of them.
Do you like LA? NCIS LA?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm kind of disappointed with what's that guy's name that plays Jeffro Gibbs? He's the
Mark
actor
Harmon.
and the director of that show.
Yeah.
It's Mark Harmon.
Yeah, Mark
Harmon, thank you.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going away.
Yeah, this is his last season.
Right. But he's still the executive director, so he's still going in. But I think I think the show will end after this year. I really do. Harmon no longer is on the show. Nick Torres is leaving the show. If McGee goes, that show's done.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be done.
I found out about this one show that I wanted to watch on Hulu Plus through YouTube, and I got the Hulu subscription just long enough to watch the show and canceled it.
Yeah. I don't watch anything off ABC. NBC, I was trying to get into La Brea. Has anyone seen that? It's about the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles. That one failed. Fox.
I like Walker, all that stuff. Anything like that kind of shows I love.
Y'all should really check out that show. It's three seasons. It ran from like 2014 to 2018 about a kid with a disability they can't speak that actually has the same disability in real life, but the only difference is in real life he can talk.
Oh. You remember Manifest? The show Manifest? Yeah, I can't wait till next year. That
Dish Network dropped CBS from our area.
So did DirecTV.
They're in a big dispute with CBS.
Right. But they're not.
And DirecTV has dropped CBS.
Direct and Dish.
Yeah.
Both.
And we're fixing to drop Dish come January. That'll be the end of the 2-year contract.
Yeah.
I've got cable here, and the only thing I use it for is the local news.
I've got a
use
big
my
old
Kodiak for everything.
I got a big old Citizens Band tower out my back door. I can, in fact, when I get my handyman over here, I'm going to have him get under the house and run the cable into that TV and this TV, and then we can watch local TV out of the air. So that'll be good. But we only watch the local news for the weather, and that's it. Everything else I
Same here.
Yeah, it's good.
But these weathermans out here, they're like the Wheel of Fortune. They spin the dial. Oh, this is the forecast for today. They're never right.
If you got a bunch of TVs in your house and you don't want to run but one cable for your antenna, if you just want to have regular antenna TV, there's actually a box that you can buy connected to your router and connect your antenna to it, and then you can use your antenna TV through an app on your Roku or your Chromecast or whatever you have.
Yeah, Roku's got live TV, but it's not truly live TV. It's just TV with commercials in there. Go ahead, Tim. Or Jeff. Who was?
Oh,
go ahead.
No, I made a mistake a couple of years ago when we were doing the repairs after we had our garage fire. I should have got an antenna and stuck it in the attic with a rotor on it. If I stick it on the outside, I got to go to the HOA and all that stuff. But they have them that you can stick in the attic. We've got one of these little flat things you stick in the window, and it isn't worth much.
I've already tested this one out. I ran the cable through the bedroom window in there, across to this TV, and it works just fine. Plugged it into that TV, it works just fine. Ran it into there, it works just fine. So now I've just got to put it in the crawl space, bring it up, and we'll be fine.
So you have one outdoors that you hook to?
Yeah, it's a big Citizen Band tower. It's right on our back door.
Oh.
It's got a TV antenna at the top.
Oh.
So
Jeff, since you're in Vegas, I would expect one of those little antennas in the window to work really well for you because you're in a big city.
It's our particular location and just how our house is. We've got a lot of 2-story houses around us and concrete block walls between them and all that sort of thing. And we just don't get a very good signal, even with an amplifier on it.
Yep.
If I had one that was in the attic, I would have it high up enough I could get a better signal, I think.
I know you was talking about the mesh router the other day, but I always wondered, every time we go down the road and we look at all these big 2-story houses, great big houses, I wonder how they managed it. I wonder how all these 2-story houses and 3-story houses managed to cover their whole house with the Wi-Fi.
Well, we're going to find out here. My problem is this company came in and installed their box. They have a box on the outside of my house and one on the inside, and they drilled a hole through to hook them together. And they require it to be on an outside wall on the first floor. That's their policy. They will not move from that under any circumstance. So I'm going to have one of my 2 mesh routers in a room in which I don't really need any coverage. And then I'm going to put the second one up in my office above the garage, and the consequence is that for the one to talk to the other one, I've got to go through 2 outside walls from where the router's going to be. So we'll have to see how that works. I may have to get a 3rd router, and they will sell me one for a little bit less than list price. And I could stick that in the middle of the house upstairs near the top of the staircase, and it could see the main one in a straight line from there. So I think that may be my solution in the end.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see. I get a month free, and if I don't like it, I don't have to pay for it.
Alex, is that show you're talking about called The Good Doctor?
No, it's called. I know you don't want to watch ABC, but if you don't have Hulu, I would get Hulu just to watch it. It's 3 seasons, and I literally watched all 3 seasons within 3 days. It was that good.
What's the name of the show?
Speechless.
Speechless.
Oh, Speechless.
Okay. I don't. It's not that I don't want to watch ABC. They just don't have anything on there that I've liked. The last show they had, I believe, was called. It was about the little kid that was an alien, or actually was robotic.
Oh, yeah, I vaguely
what was the
remember
name of that. It only lasted 1 season.
E.T. Called Home.
No, that wasn't it.
That was a little kid.
Oh, Jeff, what was the name of that show?
No, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it now.
I haven't
Emergence,
watched
maybe?
for ages.
I know the little kid was actually a robot, right?
I think the show was called
Android.
Yeah, an Android. I think it was called Emergence. I think. For some reason, that stuck on my mind. Yeah, and so was the journalist. He was an android too. Remember how the show ended? That he got her, and he was trying to convince her to go with him because everything was going to be all right. And she said, "Well, how do you know that?" And he revealed to her that, "Well, because because you are one of us." And then the show ended. So, and I hate it when shows end like that.
Well, the cool part about this show is the kid actually has the kid is playing somebody that has a disability, but he actually has the same disability in real life. And Hollywood very rarely hires someone to play. Rarely uses someone to play someone with a disability that actually has a disability.
Yeah, it'd be kind of tough, actually.
And so this show is kind of a kind of a rare case where
It was called Emergence,
right.
I think.
Right. Yep, that was
Found it on Wikipedia. What, it was only on 1 year, you say?
Yeah, I just Googled it. The last episode was January 28th of 2020. That's a good show. It was worth watching. Kind of along the lines of Manifest a little bit. But the way it ended, they could have clearly had 2 or 3 more seasons. But
You want
to?
Go ahead, Blackwatch.
No.
Yeah, that's big.
Greg put up, just curious, about a Cronus offer he got. Is he using a Cronus?
Yes.
So what's the offer for 2022?
3 PCs for $14.99.
Yeah, but for what year? What version?
Oh, I'm sure it's their latest version. I'd have to go into my email and look at it.
Have you ever had trouble with the security portion of it blocking HTTPS URL?
No.
Just wondered. Ida had trouble with that. She had to disable the security. It was blocking URLs.
No, I've got security turned on.
No, I assumed you would have. I made the assumption you did. It's, the flack it's getting lately. For going to security. So you got 2021?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to their homepage now, they got 3 things that pop. Acronis Cyber Protect Home Office, formerly Acronis True Image.
Which one is it? The Office or the first one is ATI? You said two products. Which one replaced ATI?
Acronis Cyber Protect.
Acronis Cyber Protect Home Office replaces Acronis True Image.
Right.
There you go. There you go, Greg. Cyber Protect. It's going to start screwing with the URLs.
Yeah, it does sound like you might want to keep a good eye on it.
It's because
Now this one they want you to buy a subscription. There is a
Last time Kerry had a valid discount, they were trying to hide perpetual, but he made them show it.
I think when I bought it after looking at Kerry's thing, I bought a perpetual one. I think this one, if you get the one that has the malware protection in it, if you don't buy the subscription, that is never updated after the first year, but I don't care about that anyway.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know what. We'll give you something, but you're still going to have to possibly use it, but we're not going to update it. You know, it's. I don't know.
They just want a reason. All these companies just want a reason to charge you a subscription fee.
Yeah.
And Acronis' reason to charge you a subscription fee is to throw antivirus or whatever in there that you really don't need.
No, that's where they're screwing their corporate. Sachs and Goldman did this with their investments. However, I just wondered.
I'm going to wrap up the YouTube stream. It's one here. Excuse me, one here.
Max is the only one on there.
2 for
Max
Blackwatch, 3 for BH Ringer. More importantly, I got to be up in about 5 hours to get ready to go to Indiana. Who wants to assume the reins for the Zoom?
And I want to watch the Flintstones.
I'm going to hang it up because I got to help my wife get ready to go to bed.
Yeah,
She
if I
just got
didn't have
done
to be
watching
up,
the show.
If I didn't have to be up, I would clearly hang around. So I'm going to run the.
I'll mention one thing real quick.
Only 11 o'clock here.
Kerry had a new video out this evening, and they've got some heavy discounts on that software he promotes from CDK Deals.
Yes.
You can get Windows 10 Pro OEM for $13.60 after the discount he gives.
Only until the end of November.
Right.
Is that Pro or is it Home Pro?